This is the 5 minute update. We have Kevin Kircher with us. Kevin, tell us your name so we can hear you say it and confirm you're on LinkedIn.
Okay, my name's Kevin Kircher, and I am definitely on LinkedIn. Okay.
Stephen, are you? And give us your full name and confirm you're on LinkedIn.
Is Stephen Kabikoff?
You are on LinkedIn. Okay. And I'm Dave Pausner. I am on LinkedIn. Okay. People can sort of recognize our voices now. So, Kevin, you joined the 5 minute update, Stephen and I, and Sanjay, we will say, is on the road today. But you've joined us and you're going to talk about blockchain. And I heard you're going to talk about something, or at least Stephen tells me you're going to talk about NFTs. What are those?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a fascinating field. It's a way that people can actually transmit coins to each other. It provides a lot of advantages, especially in countries that are very corrupt. And NFTs are non-fungible tokens, which is a very hot commodity because what it does is actually gives the same credence as having an original painting, but it's used to the same technology of blockchain, which means it's been verified, it's unique, it's verified, and it's a one of a kind. And so a lot of people have been using it. It's hit the papers because unknown artists are, a recent one sold, one day is 5,000 days for 69.3 million. And so it's getting a lot of uh, airplay and things like that. And so it's a kind of a fascinating field because there's a minting organization that kind of takes an original and converts it into this blockchain, which is a digitally unique and verified one of a kind type piece of artwork. And so it can be art, it can be, they're talking about Steve Jobs' first job application. Um,
Let us interrupt you. And inquiring minds want to know, is an artwork embodied in an NFT really the same as monetary value embodied in a digital coin?
yeah, that's an excellent question. It's actually not tied in with the digital currency value so much. It's just a way of it's using the same technology to make sure this is a one of a kind type article. And so basically, it's kind of going back to the old days where you had an original painting. It's a digital equivalent of that. So there's only one NFT for a certain piece of work, and that could be a painting. It could be a lot of different things that people are actually converting through a minting process.
Stephen, you want to follow up on that?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think I view it as like a certificate, like a provenance or uh, authentication type of certificate. But
Of the artwork, for
of the
example.
artwork or
Right.
digital medium, whatever it is. But are there multiple blockchain platforms? Like, if you were going to look for an NFT, are they all in a centralized blockchain, or are they all over the place for different platforms and different companies?
They're different companies. There's companies they're called minting companies actually that will take whatever you want to do and turn it in NFT. And so it's something for people to be aware of. They have terms and conditions because the copyright ownership can diverge from the actual NFT in a way. There could be rights that are kind of separate, and so you have to really look at what agreements you sign with this minting organization to figure out, make sure that they want to make sure that you own it and you've got all the copyright rights to it, and it gets very convoluted if you try to mint something and turn it into an NFT, something that you don't have the copyright ownership in. A lot of those
Wait a
minting
minute.
things
So
would
what's
reject
the
that.
wait a minute. So the NFT is it looks from a distance like a coin, I'm going to say. And the reason I say that is it's basically a digital packet. And but it has embodied in it an artwork or Steve Jobs' first job application or whatever, right?
Right.
And it
And
has value because of the thing it has in it. Yeah.
it has value for that, but also it has value for the fact that it kind of eliminates the one thing blockchain does, it eliminates the problem of like duplication, duplicate payment, whatever, which is a big thing that prior to blockchain people struggled with because in electronics you can make a billion copies readily for any one transaction. And so what it does is it creates it makes sure it's a one of, it's verified, it's authentic, and it's just one of a kind.
We covered a lot of ground in our 5 minutes. I think that with NFTs, they certainly have value. Somebody's paying money for them. They're being, there's a market for them, and they're being used on blockchain technology. And it's interesting that there's different mints, and the different mints, I guess, have different blockchains. So you have different options, I guess, of where to look for NFTs or post your, ownership of an NFT, and then they can be stolen or lost, just like a Bitcoin.
Okay, and then we can have people vying to have the next original NFT on the Black Velvet version of the dogs playing poker.
Right, right. Yeah, so it's a fascinating field. It's just kind of a whole new area, and there's complexities with both the copyright. You could still have the copyright in some cases, and also the original NFT. So you've got two different things legally to kind of worry about and things like that. And then you have to figure out with the minting organization that creates it, what rights do they retain, and looking over the terms and conditions on that too, to make sure that you can uh, you know maintain all the rights to the dogs with playing poker.
No, I think I have the answer. I finally came up with it. I think the summation of this a little bit long podcast, but in any case, I think the summary of this is that the NFT is the modern day baseball card.
I think there's a lot to that. Yeah, it's a one of a kind modern day baseball card. Where it's something people can collect and they can verify that it's unique. It's not you can't there are people with fraudulent counterfeit baseball cards out there, but here you can actually you make a much tighter legal claim to actually being the owner of one of a kind of thing.
All very true. You can say you truly do own the only Hank Aaron whatever card, but in the end, it's just a bunch of bits. It's a bucket of bits,
Right.
And you may not even be able to show them to your neighbor. You'd be better off with a Cracker Jack box and the prize.
Okay.
Well, I think what's important, at least from my perspective, is the ownership of the NFT and agreements involving the NFT are separate from the copyright rights to the underlying work that's connected to the NFT.
Right.
And it sounds like,
Exactly.
and then there's
actual-
additional restrictions, contractual restrictions from the minting.
Yeah. Okay, gentlemen. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot. Take
Thanks.
care. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.